back again. That's a bad time to take a sip of coffee. So I'm almost at 20 videos. Whoa. And then I realized, despite calling myself the failed entrepreneur, I haven't really talked about any of my failures yet. So I'm probably due, right? To keep my credibility for being terrible. So today I want to talk about one of my first projects that kind of petered out, I guess. And this was a website I made called The Film Box. So if you maybe are thinking about starting a website, like a blog or something, this might be a good watch to kind of see how I approached it and things I did. So anyway, this was probably about 5-6 years ago. I had just finished another big project that was supposed to make me money, but realized that it was going to take a long time before I saw a dime from that, which I'm still waiting for. And I'd have to, I was still teaching at the time, but trying to make some secondary income. And I would have to do something a little more faster with some quicker results. So I was like, well, I looked on the internet, did some thinking, some research, and came across blogging as a way to make money on the internet. And I was like, well, my other project I just finished was a big writing project. I wrote a script is what I did. So, I just got finished doing a lot of writing. I'm in writing mode mentally. It was a movie script I wrote. I like movies. Why not start a website, a blog on movies, something that I enjoy? So that's where the idea came from. And I was really excited, and I'm going to write every day, and people are actually going to read the stuff I write now instead of my script where no one does. And I can make money, with ads and stuff on the internet. Wow, this is going to be great. But never had started really a blog before or a website, so it was a learning experience. So went to WordPress, signed up, and got to get a good name, and so the idea was like the Film Box. It was like a goodie box, I guess, or like a box of movies, old tapes or something, whatever. What's in the box, movie stuff. I don't know. I got fixated on it. So, thefilmbox.com was taken. What? So I had to go with .org because I was like, well, sure. Org is usually like more educational, I think, more nonprofit or something. But yeah, I didn't know that at the time. I was like, .org is like the number 2.com. So I took it, filmbox.org. And then started to kind of mess around with WordPress and make, photoshopping little logos and stuff. And anyway, just trying to build up the website, which probably took like a week, playing around with it till it looked kind of legit. And then just started to write content. And it was just typical stuff you might find on other entertainment or movie blogs. Writing little articles on, news that was coming out, reviews of old movies that I had enjoyed. I had an idea to do biographical articles on like famous movie characters like Rambo and Michael Myers and kind of, the history of that character in the movies they were in as an article to read. Top 10 lists quickly became a popular article I would write because everyone likes top 10 lists and you get lots of clicks if you click through all 10. So like top 10 Star Wars spaceships, or top 10 westerns, or top 10 Star Trek captains, which is kind of like, there's Star Trek movies, but it's a lot of TV shows, so whatever. But anyway, writing articles, and it was kind of fun to do. It was a learning experience. And then one of the first things I did was apply for the Google AdSense program, which allows you to run ads, Google ads on your website because you're a publisher. And, when people come and visit your website, they might see your ads and click on them, and you get paid, and that's how you make money. Whoa! So got my ads on there and was like really excited and like, oh, cool. This is kind of fun, and it's not that hard to do. And here we go. And then real quick, dreams got crushed because I'm maybe making 5 cents a day at best with my traffic, which was maybe like 40, 50 views, and I was like, whoa, it takes a lot of traffic to make money being a blogger, right? This is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Suck. This isn't going to make money quick. This is going to be a long haul. What am I going to do? So I was like, well, if you need a sledgehammer of traffic, I'm going to try and get a sledgehammer of traffic. So got better at like promoting my articles and sharing them on social media and Facebook and Reddit and linking in other comments, but then realized like, well, I need content. It's a content game. I can only do so much myself. I'm father, teacher, had a newborn at the time. So actually reached out on Craigslist and maybe Reddit. Anyway, but looking, put out ads for authors. If anybody, any aspiring writers out there that wanted to write about movies and wanted to be read and to be seen. Hey, I have a website about movies called The Film Box. I'm accepting writers currently. Can't pay you, but if you want to kind of like build a resume, if you want to gain an audience, like I said, if you want your stuff to be read, send me your submissions and I'll gladly post them on my website for content. And then maybe once we start making some money, getting more traffic, then I can maybe start paying you a little bit for your work. And actually, I found quite a bit. I probably maybe like 5 or 6 writers who were interested in that, right? And who ended up kind of working for me. They might write 1 or 2 articles a week on, one guy liked to go see movies. So he was like the new movie reviewer, right? So we were getting that kind of content. Another guy just liked old artsy movies. So he was writing content on old movie reviews. And then, I was doing all like the ancillary things like the top 10 lists and the news, updated. And so I had like a staff of writers, and I was kind of an editor now, which was cool, and posting content and trying to publish it and push it and promote it. And I think the best month we had, maybe like over 200,000 page views or something, like a December or January one month. And maybe after all that traffic, maybe made like $30 that month or something like that. Super low. And like our best month ever. And it still is not, that's kind of, maybe that was being in the end. It's like, I've been working my butt off, busting ass, getting guys, making content, pushing content, and it only amounts to $30 a month, right? Like, it's just not worth it. It wasn't worth my time. And so kind of got sidetracked a little bit, kind of went on and looked at other ideas. It was just like, it takes so much time. It takes so much persistence. It takes so much work to get and build an audience with one of those, movie blogs. And what I didn't really know at the time is I jumped feet first into a super crowded niche. It'd be entertainment and movies. It's super hard to stand out because there's so many big websites now that do the exact same thing. So I was competing against the big boys when it came to like, making my voice and carving out my niche. And had I gone back and done it over, I would have definitely niched down, but I didn't know that at the time. So maybe that was another problem as well. It's just like my competition's got such a head start on me, and it was just too much work. So we just kind of started working on other projects. I had other ideas that came up. You only have so many hours in a day, and just less and less time got devoted to Filmbox until it just kind of existed. It's still online. I'll link to it if you want to come and you want to go check it out. But it just it wasn't worth the investment of time. What I was making on it, it was just a bad investment. Learned a lot. I learned a lot about how to build a website. I learned a lot about how to promote a website. I learned a lot about how to kind of manage a team. I learned a lot about, not a lot, but I started to understand how ads and pay-per-click and views and impressions and the monetization of websites worked through this. And so it was a really good learning experience. And probably everything I've done since has had pieces of that Filmbox experience I've carried forward with that. So it was, like I said, it was a good classroom to kind of learn, like I said, entrepreneurship on internet entrepreneurship, I guess you could say, whatever. But ultimately it did fail, because it was it's not around. It didn't make much money, and so it was kind of like one of my first, I guess, internet failures. But it was fun. Like I said, good learning experience. It's still around. I should probably pull the plug on it. I haven't. The last time I updated, I did a review for Last Jedi, because I hated that movie so much, and I just wanted to share my hate on my film platform in case anyone came across that. It still gets maybe like 40, 50 views a day, just from evergreen content I made that still shows up in rankings and stuff like that. Top 10 lists are the way to go, because those are a lot more sticky. People like to link back to those before. I might make another video on some of the different approaches I had to making content on that website, because I tried a lot of different things. Some worked better than others. Again, to get views and to get impressions and to get traffic. And so there's like a right way and a wrong way to do it. But anyway, so that is that. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I've first failure of many. Filmbox.org, trying to become a blogger in the movie entertainment space, and how had a small amount of success, but how ultimately I realized it just wasn't worth the time involved. So anyway, if you think about it, try it. Like I said, it doesn't really cost much. I paid I don't think I paid anything except hosting and server fees for the website. So you can't do it with little investment. Like I said, it's a long process. So anyway, okay. That's that. Filmbox.org. Like I said, go check it out. I got things to do, and I know you do too. I'll catch you later.